of Christ 9. Christ's ministry in the neighborhood of the western coast of the Galilean lake. There has been much discussion, especially in modern times, on the subject of demoniacal possessions, of which there are many instances in the narratives of Christ's life and work. There are three leading theories, or the hypotheses. The first makes the account of these merely symbolical, and having no basis of fact. The possession of the devils is, according to this theory, only representative of the prevalence of evil in the world. Well, that's not a theory, because a theory that discounts, I don't know about this, so it must not be true. Lots of evil in this world. And they're casting out the overthrow of this evil by the power of truth. Well, good and evil isn't positive, negative, truth and false. It isn't quite as simple as that. Truth and falsehood is closer, but evidently this is a part of the mythical theory of the Bible held by Stratus and others, and must fall with that theory. The second view is that the condition of the afflicted was caused by some species of epilepsy or some cognate disease, generally accompanied by insanity. Those that hold to this theory, of course, reject all notions of any spiritual personality controlling the possessed, and claim that Christ and his apostles, in treating these cases, only adapted themselves to the notions prevailing at the time among the Jews. But certainly this was not all in accordance with Christ's method in dealing with Jewish superstitions, traditions, and errors. Well, so you take the Old Testament from the Jews, but not the, okay. He was accustomed to repudiate and openly rebuke them. His method, too, of direct and personal address to these agencies indicated that he regarded them as actual, conscious intelligences independent of their victim, that as such they were regarded by him as malevolent and vicious. There is no doubt. The simplest and most natural explanation, then, is here, as elsewhere in the Bible. The best, and following this, we must conclude that, at the time of Christ's appearing in our world as the Redeemer of men, with credentials of divine power, the kingdom of darkness was also permitted to put forth its malign but extraordinary energy in the opposite direction, and that Jesus here, in a concrete and typical manner, showed not only his antagonism to wicked spirits, but his complete and ready mastery of them. Well, don't they have choice? That wasn't the point, that these beings didn't control people, that they influenced people, and therefore possession was consensual. Now, people don't always know what they're getting into with consent, but consensual nonetheless. Their beliefs and their actions are theirs, but people can convince themselves otherwise. But spiritual things can link to physical and mental illness, and so there's truth to that too. But it's not, oh, you have epilepsy, you must be possessed, or you shake in pain, how dare you. Matthew 4, 18 through 20. 7, 28, 29. 8, 14 through 17, Mark 1, 16 through 34, Luke 4, 33 through 41, 5, 1 through 11, Jesus being on the shore of the Sea of Galilee, and a crowd of people gathering about him, he enters a boat belonging to one of his friends and addresses them. Luke 5, 1 through 8, Matthew 4, 18, Mark 1, 16, miraculous draught of fishes, Luke 5, 4 through 7, improbability of success but obedient disposition. Have we previously met those to whom this direction was given, result of the venture? What practical lesson do we learn? The effect on Peter? Verse 8 and 9, what conviction was wrought in his mind concerning Jesus? How many disciples were together at this time, and what appears to have been their vocation? Had any others been called by Jesus up to this time? Jesus' answer to Peter and his promise to them all, Luke 5:10, Matthew 4:19. What did they do? Matthew 4:20, Luke 5:11, Mark 1:20. His visit to Capernaum and his preaching there, Mark 1:21. The effect of this preaching on the people, verse 22, Matthew 7:28 and 29, Luke 4:32. Can you give any characteristics of Christ's teaching? Did he reason much or quote authorities? Well, didn't he say that he spoke not his own doctrine, but the one of that who sent him? So Jesus isn't the power, he isn't the authority, he's working something else. That's what he says. According to the Bible. Cure of the demoniac, Mark 1:23 through 28, Luke 4:33 through 37. The nature of the malady, source of the utterance, let us alone, and the cause of the antagonism to Jesus, the word and power of Jesus to what addressed, effect upon the afflicted man, effect upon the people. What did this power indicate upon the part of Jesus? Effect on the inhabitants of the neighboring regions. Miraculous healing of Peter's mother-in-law, Mark 1, verses 29 through 31, Matthew 8, 14, 15, Luke 4, 38, 39. What visible means were used for the restoration? Was there any natural efficacy in these? Effect of these events upon the inhabitants of Capernaum, Mark 1, 32 through 34, Matthew 8, 16, Luke 4, 40 and 41. What did Jesus do to the gathering multitudes? What injunction did he lay upon the evil spirits? What testimony did these attempt to give? Why should he rebuke them? And, well, I guess in between this, we would say that Matthew 7:22 and 23 indicates that you do not do exorcisms in Jesus' name. You also don't do good works and heal in his name, or Jesus is going to condemn you. So, no Christianity, basically, because how can you have Christianity if you can't do anything in Jesus' name? That's good. Are you only supposed to do evil in Jesus' name? Then you can be a Christian who does evil in Jesus' name? That seems to be the only thing left, really. What messianic prophecy was here fulfilled? Matthew 8:17. Where is it found in its original form?